Lots of questions about giving tithes to the church. And thank you very much for all those questions, dear brothers and sisters. If you have any questions, either the Bible and science, politics and science, education, parenting, whatever you have questions, please send to me via my Facebook or my YouTubes, and I will consider to prepare for a podcast on the topics that you sent. Thank you very much. Now, today, the question has been time and time again came to me from different people from many years ago until today. And even today, somebody asked me, I want to ask about tithes in the church. So, is the tithe for today? Or is it only for the Old Testament? I'm going to explain in a very brief podcast kind of devotion type. So this is not academic presentation. If it would be an academic, it would be a deeper studies from the Old Testament to the New Testaments, and it would require me lots of study, not only from the original language, but also from the lexicons and such and such. So, but this will be a short presentation about is it the tithes for today? Please listen carefully. I will be trying to present in a very slow explanation so that people whose English is not first language also can understand. Sometimes I speak too fast that many people miss out. If all the questions I am to answer, this is beyond doubt the most difficult. This question has been asked by many people from many backgrounds, and I think this is one of the most difficult ones because it's hard to really explain in black and white, even when you prepare for academic. Even among scholars, there's no consensus on anything about these ones. So, assume that the scholars probably understand much better than all of us. However, I myself try my best to be faithful in giving, and I believe that I give as much as I can. But in terms of measurements, there is inconsistency in my giving as well, to be honest with you all. So I couldn't say I'm perfect in giving, but I am faithful in givings to the church, to the ministry of Christ. Now, we all need to learn that it is to strive free and unfettered down the path of Christian stewardship. Those who have traveled the road, the Calvary road for any length of time, so they can testify to the truth that God is ever faithful. Not only so, but as we weekly set aside our tithes, or monthly for some people an offering, we are reminded that all we are and ever hope to be is a gift from God. Moses communicated to the children of Israel, we tithe so that we may learn to reverse or reverence the Lord our God always, according to Deuteronomy chapter 14:23. As we all know, learning to reverence the name of God is a timeless principle. Giving to God is a timeless principle, regardless of the amount you set aside. As crucial today as in the days of Moses. Long before Moses, the Bible records Jacob's promise to God, of all that you give me, I will give you a tenth, according to Genesis chapter 28, verse 22. Long after Moses, Jesus reaffirmed the practice of giving in Matthew 23:23. Not for outward appearance, not for showing up people how much I give to the church. This person give this amount to the church. Today, it seems that competitions of giving the high number in order to gain position in the church, position in the deaconship of the church, rather than the inward focus of giving. And we all show and sign that how much this person give, and we give certificate of giving and how much this family give to the church. It's a dangerous practice in the church because it become a competition rather than the inward experience of giving, like in the Old Testament and the New Testament time. Additionally, the 4th century, the great church father Jerome, some of you who read history know about that, echoed the words of Malachi, who intimated that failing to pay tithes and offering as a tantamount to robbing God, a prescription for financial ruin, according to Malachi chapter 3, verse 8. Finally, it should be noted that tithing in the Old Testament not only prepare God's people to become hilarious givers, but also produce a temple unparalleled splendor. Tithing transformed the Israelites, who pined for the pleasures and protection of pagan Egypt, more than for the one who had meticulously parted the Red Sea into joyful givers. The Bible chronicles the prayer of David as he thanked God for the very privilege of being able to give to the work of the Lord. He said, "But who am I, and who are my people, that we should be able to give as generously as this?" Everything comes from you, and we have given you only what comes from your hand. And now I have seen with joy how willingly your people who are here have given to you. That is the words of King David in 1 Chronicles chapter 29, 14 and 17. What began as spiritual discipline had evolved into sheer delight. It is a spiritual practice and principle of any kind of giving. There's no telling what would be accomplished in our generation if we too catch the joy of contagious giving. Not only would we be empowered to spread the gospel around the globe, but we will be able to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and also care for the sick. Like our forefathers who founded Christian educations, hospitals, funded merit relief organizations, our generation might yet leave incredible mark on the world. I like this scripture verse in the book of Proverbs chapter 3, 9 to 10. Honor the Lord with your possession and with the first fruit of your increase, so your barn will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. Either you measure a tenth or 2 tenths or whatever. Any kind of giving tells you how much your relationship, your stewardship, your commitments toward your Lord and your God. And if you are only curious and concerned about the tithes and nothing else, I am worried about your spiritual journey. Because the reason you are very concerned about tithes may be an area where you need to focus about your giving and stewardship that God has given about your life, your family, your friends, and your work. And why giving back to you would be a big concern, whether it's a tithe or any amount you decided. It must come from within your heart. It must come within itself. It must create within your heart that you have a desire to give it back to the people, to the poor, to the sick, to the church, whatever you are attending as well. May the Spirit of God bless you to understand about the importance of giving in spiritual journey and your relationship with God. God is not just asking about your money. It's more than that. It's about your voice. It's about your time. It's about how you volunteer yourself to help others. That's more important. It's not to show up in the world that you give $10,000. No. God looked into the heart. Remember, God looked into the heart and He doesn't look the amount you gave to Him. He looked into the heart. He looked into the heart. He looks into the heart. If you're inspired and blessed by this short message, please subscribe to my channel, Montang, in YouTube and Facebook, as well as please share with your church members, friends around the world. And please tune in again anytime I am online, or you can watch the videos later. Thank you very much. May God bless you.